You know that I'm pretty upbeat, and I think I try to be pretty optimistic, but I want to be honest. When I hear from the first reading, for the world in its present form is passing away, I think to myself, I sure hope so. I know that Paul is projecting the end of the world to the Corinthians, who are struggling to maintain a persevering attitude as they wait for Christ's return. But I think I have to pray for our world today. We have to pray for our world today and hope that someone, somehow, some way, there can be a radical change, a passing away from where we are now. The world, our country, even the church is in turmoil and needs a radical shift. We're surrounded and smothered in hate and violence and division and polarization and war, as well as the incredible hunger, suffering, and desolation of millions of people, couched in the consequences of increased natural disasters, fire, floods, heat, and climate consequences. Every day, the news announces more poverty, hunger, sadness, and despair, one human crisis after another. And all this reality is countered by the widening chasm between the rich and the poor, the stuffed and the hungry, those who are overly satisfied with those who don't even have a glass of clean water. Lord, please help us to change the world in its passing form and hope for something better. Hope. Hope comes not from the final sentence of that first reading, but the Beatitudes of Luke's Gospel. They are statements that provide a pathway and a trust in God's presence and God's ultimate will. They are more concise than Matthew's account, but very clear. Blessed are you who are poor, for the kingdom of God is yours. Blessed are you who are now hungry, for you will be satisfied. Blessed are you who are now weeping, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when people hate you, when they exclude and insult you. Rejoice and leap for joy on that day. Behold, your reward will be great in heaven. Jesus also addresses the entitled haves if they neglect the needs of the have-nots. Woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are filled now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who laugh now, for you will grieve and weep. All these Beatitudes set a goal and a hope for this passing world. Let us be strong in our faith and honest in our hope, and pray that by everyone working together, everyone will be blessed, that all will be consoled, that all will work for peace and justice and equality and love. Let us never give up hope and do our part. Pope Francis has asked for a church that listens to one another, really listens as the Synod on Synodality comes to us. Pray for our country, our church, and ourselves. Work for it. We can be a better world.